So today we're looking at In the Name of Love by Martin Garrix featuring Bebe Rexha. This lesson will be based on my acoustic instrumental of the song, which is up on my channel now, so go check that out before the lesson. And just a quick reminder that if you ever get lost or stuck throughout the lesson, then expand the description box below for a written explanation of each step. So let's do it. So for this track there's only 3 chords that we need to know, and the first chord is C major, which is 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret D string, open G string, and 1st fret B string. The second chord is D add 4, which we can get to by just taking the same C shape and sliding up 2 frets. So that will be 5th fret A string, 4th fret D string, open G string, and 3rd fret B string. And the third and final chord is E minor, which is 7th fret A string, 5th fret D string, open G string, and open B string. And they are all the chords that you need to know. So for this song there's 2 sections that we need to cover. The first section will be the verse/chorus, which I've grouped together because they use the same chords and same picking pattern. And the second section will be the drop. And now both sections use exactly the same chords and chord progression, but just with a slight variation to the picking pattern in each section. So starting with the verse/chorus, I'll just play through the whole section nice and slow. So for this we're going to be starting on the C major, and we're going to be using our thumb, our first, our second and our third fingers to pluck the chords. So we're going to start by plucking the A string once with the thumb, then the D string with the first, then the G string with the second finger, and then the B string with the third, then back to the A, then to the G, then to the A, and then to the D. So far it's A, D, G, B, A, G, A, D. Then we're going to go back to the A string and it will be A, D, A, B, A, G, A, D. So all together nice and slow, it will be and then after this we're going to slide up to the E minor, and we're going to start by plucking the A string once with the thumb, then the D string, then back to the A, then the B string, then back to the A, and then finally the G string. So what we have so far . And then finally we're going to move down to the D add 4, and we're going to start by plucking the A string, then the D string, then back to the A string, and then the D string again, back to the A string, and then the B string, then back to the A string, then the G string, then back to the A string, and then finally the D string. So again, A, D, A, D, A, B, A, G, A, D. And that will be the chord progression and picking pattern for the verse/chorus. So if I just play through the whole section nice and slow. And now a little bit more up to speed. And that is the chord progression and picking pattern for the verse/chorus. So next we have the drop, and this is going to be exactly the same chords and chord progression as the verse/chorus, but just with a slight variation to the picking pattern. So I'll play through the whole section nice and slow. So for this we're going to be starting on the C major, and we're going to start by plucking the A string, then the D string, then the G string, and then the B string. Then we're going to slap the strings, and we're going to pluck the A but make sure it's muted, so lightly resting the third finger on the A string and make sure it's muted. So we're just going to pluck the A string once muted, so it would be A, D, G, B, slap, muted A, and then we're going to pluck the A, D, G and B strings all together, and we're going to hammer on using our first finger to the first fret B string. So what we have so far, it will be and then we're going to pluck the A string once, and then we're going to pluck the B string and we're going to pull off to the open B string. Then we're going to pluck the G string and then the D string. So that last part, it'll be A string, B string, pull off to the open, then G string with the second finger, D string with the first finger. So that all together on the C. And then we're going to move to the E minor, and we're going to start by plucking the A, then the D, then the G, and then the B strings. Then we're going to slap the strings, and we're going to pluck the muted A again, so resting the third finger on the A string, making sure it's muted. So A, D, G, B, slap, muted A. So what we have so far. And then we're going to move to the D add 4, and we're going to pluck the A, D, G and B all together just as we did for the C. So we're going to pluck the A, D, G and B strings all together and hammer on using the first finger to the B string. And then again we're going to pluck the A string, then plucking the B string with the third finger, pulling off to the open B string. Then the G string with the second finger and the D string with the first finger. So for the D add 4 it will be so that last part with the E minor and the D add 4. And that will be the chord progression and picking pattern for the drop. So if I just play through the whole section nice and slow. So if I play it through again nice and slow. And now a little bit more up to speed. And that is the chord progression and picking pattern for the drop. And that is all you need to know for this track, so I hope you've enjoyed the lesson. Remember to hit the subscribe button below to keep up to date with all my latest guitar tutorials and acoustic instrumentals, and I'll see you all on the next one.